So this week's artist proposed by Mrs. Beckley in the art room is Kehinde Wiley. His art is a combination of colorful backgrounds with portraits of people. So please have a look in the art room. His art is absolutely wonderful.
In the Microsoft Teams, you have several teams. You have also art room. If you enter into your art room, you will see Miss Beckley's message, and what I'm looking for is the artist of the week. Week 8, Kehinde Wiley. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at these portraits against the background, and he's bringing some of the elements, some motifs from the background. He's bringing them to the front. That's amazing. The way he uses the contrast of colors, how he composes. Look. Kehinde has said, in my work I want to create and understand not about what a painting looks like, but what a painting says. So what do you think his painting says? Let's have a look into the world of Kehinde Wiley. I always love to see the artists working. You see them in their creative bubble. He's an African-American artist born in Los Angeles, and his mom wanted him to study art so he would stay out of the local gangs. He paints portraits on large canvases. The canvases are these. This is a canvas, okay? So it's prepared fabric that has been stretched on a wooden frame. Kehinde uses poses from the old masters, the classical European portraits. He replaces the historical figures depicted. Depicted means drawn or shown in those paintings with modern black subjects. Why might he do this? What does it say about the modern people in the painting? Those are good questions. He also uses paintings on Christian themes. Can you see how the figures are standing in the same pose? Oh, Kehinde likes to use bold patterns and shapes for his background. What shapes or colors does he use? What does his background remind you of? Very floral, isn't it? Kehinde has painted portraits of many famous people. Do you recognize any of these? In 2017, Kehinde Wiley was asked to paint the official presidential portrait of President Barack Obama. What do you find surprising about this painting? What symbols do you see? What might they mean? What kind of person does the portrait make Barack Obama appear to be? It shows him in a very different position as what we are accustomed to, against the United States flag in very official meetings. This is more relaxed, isn't it? It's green, it's relaxed, it's nature, it's leaves and flowers. Let's be inspired by Kehinde Wiley. Here we have some resources. You can use some of his backgrounds, ISO backgrounds. You could print the backgrounds, or you could draw the backgrounds and color them.
And because this Monday is Windrush Day, I thought that maybe we could use Kehinde Wiley art to inspire us for a beautiful artwork. So when I looked at Kehinde Wiley and I looked at his floral background, that reminded me of William Morris' background. So William Morris was a British artist. He created motifs. So motif is a drawing that is repeated. We call this a motif, and he used to work in Merton, not far away from school. So Kehinde Wiley's background reminded me of William Morris, Prince. It reminded me of Garth Kidston, Prince as well. Most of all, the Kings with Rose, and also all the prints, the Liberty prints. I am going to combine this print that I had with a picture of the Windrush, and then maybe some more details. So first of all, how will we draw the Windrush Empire? So let me put it here, and I am going to walk you through. So first of all, I will have to draw a polygon. That is true. A polygon that is a shape with more than 3 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, this one is shorter than this one because I want to draw the perspective. I want you to show that this is far away and this is closer to you. So it's important that the back is shorter and the front is taller. Actually, I will make it even taller than that, up there. Now, free-handed, I try to do a line as straight as possible. Please do not use rulers. Okay, if you sketch, it will be easier to correct yourself. Now, I draw the side lines. I join my dots, and I have the basic frame. I will divide this shape in thirds, 3 equal parts. So I will divide this side in thirds. Those are 3 equal parts, and this one in thirds as well. 3 equal parts, and I will join each of them, or maybe just the top one, to make this dark line. Okay, there it is, and maybe the bottom one as well. Then I will see if I cut it or not, but at least it's there. Now on here I will distribute the portholes. So the portholes are those round windows in a passenger liner or in a cruise ship. So when it's very far away from you, those are like dots. Okay, they are very far away, they are closer. Then this is the middle body, so they start to be slightly bigger. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, slightly bigger, 5, and then the biggest ones. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and it gives you a sense of depth. The same on this second third, so you can just copy then the middle body, they are medium size, and then the front, they are way bigger. And the lower level in this passenger liner, the passenger liner is a very big boat, a kind of a hotel, floating hotel, isn't it? Right, so now we have our portholes. I am going to draw the horizontal line just to help me out. So that is going to be the water. I imagine that it goes behind the passenger liner and it comes here. Right. Right, so after this, I will draw a cabin, the big cabin in the passenger liner. So for this, I am going to raise a side in the middle of my shape. So let's say here, and I want it as wide as this third, okay? I want one level. And here, remember, this measure, it's not the same than this. So with my eye, I just, if you want, you can take your pencil and see, yeah, more or less here. You can take measures more or less, but it has to be approximate, okay? It doesn't need to be exact. It's about seeing distance with your sight only. Now, I am joining them. This is the top of my cabin. And I will add maybe some windows and life buoys. So some windows, not too much detail, just to make it look busy. Lines and life buoys. Those are the ones that you throw into the sea when somebody falls from the cruise. Right, big life buoys. Right, so I have some detail. I have my windows and my life buoys. Now I am going to draw a flat line, this flat line. So now, can you see that water line? All of this is in perspective, so it's tricking your eye. You have to remember to draw a horizontal line. So let me draw a horizontal line here. That will be the top of my cabin. It has to be parallel to the water. Right, can you see how it looks like it's joining the top of the cruise here? We are drawing this line here, and now I make it go down. Right, and suddenly we have a 3D cabin. That's amazing, isn't it? I can draw a handrail as well, so I will draw a parallel line to this one, not too tall because this is a big cruise and I need to show that doing small details. The people is small in this cruise, okay? Their head fits into this porthole, okay? This is the Windrush Empire transporting more than 1,000 people from the Caribbean island, mostly, well, Jamaica. Okay, coming from Jamaica to United Kingdom. And they are all in here in the Windrush Empire, this passenger liner. Right, so now I am going to raise those two funnels, okay? They look like big chimneys. We call them funnels in this kind of ship. Right, so my first one, you can see this side cuts more or less halfway through this line. So right, we can do that. It's wider, remember, I do the top slightly curved, not too much, like a very flat rainbow. And down again. What a big funnel. And because I want to show perspective with the size of my elements, the funnel at the back is going to be shorter and smaller, yeah, thinner. As you can see, this one is wide and this one is thin. This one is tall and this one is shorter. This is to show the perspective. This one is closer to me. This one is at the back, very far away. So just to take some references, I see this line. I will do it maybe halfway. Halfway, I raise this funnel. I will make it as tall as this, slightly curved, like a flat rainbow. I am going to give it a bit of shape like this. I am going to give it a bit of shape like this. Like an oval. Right. Okay, so now I have my two funnels. Should I raise a third level? Just to make it look busy, I am going to raise a third level. I will raise it halfway between the funnel and the back of the cabin. Oops, has to be that length because it is just a level, it's not any taller than that. And I will put the corner here so it looks like it's narrower, it's not right on top of this level. So I will, midway through the funnel, I raise a line. And now I join those two. Can you see this flat line, horizontal line? I will have to do a parallel here. I do a flat line, just like so. Just because I decided, so this is just to make it look busy. So we have more things going on and we can do like parallel lines like this, just to make it look busy, just to fill up the space. Here I am going to draw some windows. Oops, not very precise, just to draw lines. And here you can put kind of shadows, so we have, those could be people, round heads and bodies, maybe somebody saying hello. And that's it. Now, what do we miss? We miss the name. Let's write it. So measure how much space you would need for your writing. And all in capital letters so we can see it properly. Don't make any misspells. That would be very sad at the very end of your picture. Windrush. Empire. Empire. And now it's just a matter of, oops, cutting scissors. So I will cut around the shape. So imagine that I'm cutting, hop, there it is. I take my floral background. In this case, it represents United Kingdom and time after Second World War. And this is the ship coming from Jamaica across the Atlantic Ocean. So I didn't have, you could use any blue paper, mixing different papers. I didn't have anything at home, but I do have aluminium paper, foil paper. So I am going to rip it slightly, just to pretend that this is the sparkling waters of the Atlantic, and I could stick them like this, different layers. If you have different blues, that would be nice to mix them, because right now everything is very aluminium for me. But if you have different hues of blues, it can make the waters very, very interesting. Okay, and like this you would have an artwork about Windrush and also ticking the box of Kehinde Wiley. And I'm quite happy with that result. Then take a picture, upload it into the art room, and also tweet it for the school, and you might make it to the newsletter. Good luck, be creative.